All right, so we here now. We finally made it. Hopefully, aggressive podcast. How you feel about it?
Feel good. It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
It definitely is.
yeah. We've been through some shit. So what's your name?
My name is Dino. South Philly, born and raised.
Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. I just wanted to get you on here because you're the one who knows a lot about me, just like anybody else. You know, we know about each other a lot.
Yeah.
You know, we've been through a lot together, so it's easier to talk to someone like you that versus to just, a random person.
Yeah.
So we could figure out shit together. You know what I'm saying? You grew up in Philly, obviously, and I grew up in Jersey. But it was fun, though. You know what I mean? Because how we grew up together.
Yeah.
You was the city side. And
I was the Will Smith.
Yeah. And I was the Jersey side, so it was always fun. Every time y'all came around, I had something to look forward to.
Yeah.
But y'all also got me in trouble a lot.
We definitely got in a lot of trouble.
I became a convict because of y'all.
No, definitely no.
Yeah.
You said a lot of stuff off.
I ain't know about felonies till I met you motherfuckers. That's all I know. And then I turned myself out. So that's it. So what's it called? How'd you like coming to Philly anyway? I mean to Jersey.
Jersey I liked it. It reminded me like a movie. It's like I was in a movie and I was a star.
So let's break it down. So you from South Philly, Fifth Street, the one that everybody like to talk Fifth Street.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fifth Street, whatever.
Yeah.
You from fucking Philly. Nobody really give a fuck about all that. But that's how it is. Like when you come to Philly, you from the hood. So then you come over to Jersey. I was in the super suburbs of West Hampton, New Jersey. So it was like a newsflash week. But you liked that? I mean, you used to climb the trees and shit.
It was different. When you out in the suburbs, in the open, you like to do different stuff. Like, man, you want to climb some trees and all.
So how you feel about seeing us Jersey motherfuckers wanting to be in the Philly, and you Philly motherfuckers wanting to be in Jersey?
I don't see that's. I mean, it's tricky though because when you grow up, in the suburbs all your life, you want something different. I mean, you want that little entertainment, I guess, and a lot of people from the suburbs, they look for it in the city. And I was the same, but the opposite. When you're in the streets in Philly, it's a lot going on, and you try to escape from it. So Jersey was that escape for me.
Yeah, I used to try to go to Philly just to be cool. Turns out, should have did that shit. Yeah. Got into all kind of shit. But it was cool, though, when you would come, though. You know what's funny? Besides the whole fun we had when we were kids, it didn't matter. We just having fun, regular fun. I go over there, you come over here. But the older we got, right? Remember that one year my mom put you on the school bus?
What?
It had you pretend to be a student?
What? She ain't care at all. She just, she was going to work. And when she was going to work, she was just like, I ain't paying no babysitter, nothing. You taking your ass to school. I'm like, I don't even go to the school. They going to send me home. I don't care. I wait for them to call me. Sent me right on the bus with y'all.
But you knew why I knew it was cool to be from somewhere else. When you came to that school, the way them girls treated you.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was
different. I ain't gonna lie.
It was different level. So you were like, back then you had tattoos already. You had cornrows.
How old was we?
Bro, you was young as shit with tattoos. You was fucking like 17, 16.
Yeah, we was
16,
young.
17. I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
Because you like 2 years. So like 14, 15. You was 16, like going on 17, around that age.
Yeah, fun days.
And when you came in, man, you took the fucking... That's how I knew girls is like cool motherfuckers. Because it don't matter how... Like, I know everyone talks, if you're a good guy, that shit don't really work.
Nah, they don't like good guys.
That's why I used to, you know what's crazy? That shit turned a lot for me. So after I saw how them girls treated you, it got to the point where like, girls just wanted to hang with me to be around you. And I fucking knew it. Listen, bitch.
No.
It was cool though. Like girls I didn't talk to. I'm talking about the ones we hired are like cool friends.
Oh,
that was good.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones who I ain't really talked to.
Yeah.
And then want to pull up. Don't fucking pull up on me now. Fuck you talking about.
That shit was different though, man.
Nah, it's cool though, because I like seeing that. So I understood at an early age that, I know it sounds like some fuckboy shit, but like sometimes you gotta fuck with it. You got a lot of chicks to get what you want. So like I remember like after I seen how you was getting treated, like I would like say I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to Philly now and be the Jersey boy. You don't remember how like we
it
go
worked
out?
Though.
It worked.
Yeah.
So like, and I ain't had to lie about that, but then vice versa. Let's say we go somewhere in Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm from Philly, just to say it if they didn't know me, because I know they like that kind of shit. It ain't about, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about like if other men would know where I'm from. But like, to impress the girls when you're young, you try to do whatever you can to impress them. And that was one of the things I tried to do, because I thought it was funny as shit when I saw the way. And when I don't think the average person understands how much chicks you got in high school. That shit was... I mean, you didn't really activate because you was like, remember you was like in love back then with that
you
bullshit.
was on my ass about that.
That fucking bullshit. You ain't really activate what you could have activated. You ain't really jump in what you should have. But If you did though,
it would have went down.
It went down crazy.
Yeah,
it went down. Yeah, because it was like it just was wild just to see what good the
It's crazy though, because even though with all that attention, I still couldn't get the girl I wanted.
Who the fuck girl you wanted?
I wanted. What was her name? Holly.
Oh, yo, you know,
we
ain't gonna talk about names, but you know what's crazy? Yo, I want. Yeah, we said her name. I said that. But you know what's crazy? Yeah. That girl that you wanted, she ended up like prostituting and all that. I never tell you that.
No.
She was bad too, so she was obviously super pretty. Everyone liked her.
Damn.
Bro, she ended up being out here in these streets.
I hate hearing stuff like that.
Yo, she was tricking. Not only was she tricking, she was hanging with like the blood dudes from like the other bad neighborhoods. Meanwhile, she from West Hampton with me. Get your punk ass back to fucking West Hampton.
Turn her right out.
Yeah, they turned her out. She was like, yeah, she was getting passed around. She was on videos and all.
Damn.
I didn't get to see the videos though.
That's sad, bro. She was nice. You ain't get to see him?
No, I ain't get to see. I can't remember. Tell me, yo, she on the video doing. Man, where the video at?
Right.
So she might be innocent. I don't know. But from what you know what I'm saying, she was pretty as shit. She was definitely. There's a lot of pretty Jones. You know what's crazy though? Looking back on a lot of our high school shit, a lot of them girls was pretty as shit. Look at them now though.
Yeah, right.
And I seen the one you talking about. I seen her not too long ago online last year. Yeah.
She got big, didn't she? I think I did see her.
I wouldn't say big, but I will say not that great looking.
Yeah.
I will give her like 1 out of 10.
Don't you find it funny though how all the girls that's like, say like you wanted to talk to that one girl back in school, she wouldn't give you no play, but now that she all hit
now
and all the
you wanna come? That's the fuck wrong with you? I can't. You know what you gotta do though? If you do hit them off, just act like you did it before. So you ain't lying. You just give them a timeline. Oh, I remember so and so. I did hit her off, but not lately. You know, she got to lie a little bit. But no, it do be like that, right? So I remember like a few years ago, before I had a girl, like all these girls would try to talk to me from like high school and shit. Cause I went to multiple different high schools.
Right.
So when I went to like Overbrook or whatever schools I was at the time, and like they'll try to talk to me now. Like, bitch, I want to talk to you 10 years ago. I don't want to talk to you now.
It don't make no.
Now you like my auntie. Like I'm good. How you go from 125, 115 to 185, 195? Like, nah, I'm good. That's how it be, though, man. I feel like I look the same from when I was in high school.
Yeah, you do. I ain't gonna lie.
For the most part, we all look older, but, like, for the most part, I maintain my weight level.
Yeah. Compared to a lot of people, there's a lot of people out here looking tore up.
Not just girls, dudes, too. So a lot of dudes. But, like, a lot of them chicks I had crushes on, that shit over with.
Yeah.
Those crushes been dead about 10 years now.
I don't think I seen one girl from high school that I had a crush on that still look good.
Nah, I know, like, I'm going to say, like, 10% of the chicks I went to high school still pretty.
Yeah, I ain't found one.
You crazy? No, my girl now.
Who?
Yeah, I met her in high school.
Oh, your girl, that's different.
Yeah, I met her. Yeah. But I met her in high school and she still looked the same.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like she wanted, I know about like I could probably name like maybe 1 or 2 others.
What high school y'all went to? Oh, RV, right? Was it? You said?
Yeah, met her over there.
Oh,
she snuck in my basement.
She's stuck in your basement.
She's stuck in the basement, but ain't nothing happened. I bitched up.
I remember them basement times.
No. You know what's crazy? She threw it at me. She wanted me to take it down. I didn't do it.
No.
Yeah, real shit. I mean, maybe her friend said, "Why are you scared?" I said, "Bitch, I ain't scared. I didn't know what this was happening." I was scared though.
Well, shit, the outcome was good.
30 years later, what the fuck? I had my shot back when it was.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with you.
We good now though. I mean, you know what's weird with me back then? Here's the thing about when you meet girls when you're young. If I knew what I knew now, then I'd have been more. I don't know how you want to put it, but I did a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that because like I remember I was like too nice to girls sometimes, but then it'll be like some girls I didn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Like what's the most recent experience? I remember like 10 years ago. I was there's one girl I had a crush on for years, and I knew her throughout middle school, elementary school, whatever. I had a crush on her for years, right? She gave me a shot to take her out one time, right? I did the whole, let me take her out, get her flowers and shit. Did all that.
The whole 9.
Whole 9. Mind you, after that day, she ain't really fuck with me like that. She knew me, so obviously, if you going out with me, she fucked with me physically and all that. But I guess she ain't like the nice guy try. Because I was known to be not the nice guy a little bit. You know what I mean? A little bit of an asshole. But I tried
girls like that.
Yeah, well, I learned that. I'm in and out. But here's why it's fucked up. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
My fucking brother come along, get at her the next fucking week on some asshole shit. He slid in her DMs like, yo, you look all right, come through. I said, this fucking pussy. And not only did she come through, he knocked her down in the crib. He fucked her. Not only did he fuck her, I heard this shit from the next room.
I know you was tight.
I was sick. I said, you fucking bitch. I said, I know you for all these years. Yeah. I try to be nice to you after I was the asshole for years. And this is how it worked. That's why, you know what? I'm over it. Nah, you bitches ain't shit.
I ain't gonna lie. It be some females that.
And I peeked in the room and saw it.
You ain't fuck that. He was dogging her?
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yo.
Yeah, I looked in there. I ain't give a
fuck.
No,
but look, it be like that. Like, it be some girls that you be like, all right, I'm going to treat her right. I'm going to be good to her. Be romantic, manners, all that shit, bro. You won't hear from them again.
I learned my lesson. Not only that time, that was like the last straw, but that shit happened to me a couple of times before that. That whole trying to be nice shit, and then it turns out you shouldn't have been nice shit.
You gotta approach them on some.
See, like I learned from me, cause I've been single most of my life, so like it was like I be in and out of this shit. Like one day, at one moment I might try to be the nice guy, and then one moment I'll just be me. You know, like I'm kind of like don't give a fuck.
Right.
But like those moments where I was kind of the nice guy, I regret. And I lie to you not. Every time I was the nice guy, let me take her out to dinner and let me do this.
Never worked out.
It never worked the fuck out. And it's annoying because it's like, you little dusty bitch, I see you now. Like, you don't get shit none of that.
Yeah,
so it's like, it's annoying because you see what they end up with and the type of dudes they like. And it really is be like the asshole dudes that really ain't shit. And first of all, they ain't shit. Fuck what they end up with. They not even all that to even be doing that for.
Yeah.
You know, you got to understand the type of chicks you're dealing with. And you know, when you see somebody pretty, you kind of like I guess forget about all that for a little bit.
You want to go out your way and all that.
Yeah, you want to go out your way because she might have made you laugh or something. So now you're like, oh, I like this girl. She cool. But like I learned the hard way, bro. Like the times when I was not giving a fuck compared to the times when I gave a fuck, it was a way better outcome. Yeah. I know as an adult, that changes because, everybody becomes a little more mature. Yeah. And the women understand like, yo, motherfucker, there's slim pickings out here. I got to stop dogging these nice dudes.
For real.
But by that time, they done had about 55 dudes in them. Yeah. Fucking 30 bad relationships, 2 baby daddies. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's
crazy because, like, I'm naturally, like, a lot of females that say, like, I'm naturally, like, a sweetheart type guy. But to some females, if I really
you are too sweet to these. I heard the way you fucking talk on the phone.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm naturally like
you
that.
You in a fucking love movie every time you talk.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not a rom-com. But look, what you doing?
That's just naturally how I am.
You got the wrong look for a naturally
yeah, but you know what's crazy about that? That's what females see. Like when they see me, they look at me and think a whole different. Like when they talk to me, they be like, "Damn, I didn't know you was like this." Like, but a lot of females don't like the sweetheart shit. But once I peep that, that's when I treat them like shit. After
bipolar shit you want.
They call me back. I treat them like shit. Once I realize they don't like that sweetheart, this and that, I treat them like shit. I'll probably ignore them and all that shit. And I bet you I get a phone call and a text and all that.
These bitches ain't shit. See how you gotta do. You know what's fucked up? Because like it's like we talk about it, and the average woman, well, he ain't shit. He talking like that. I mean, but like. We only talking about that like that because of what we've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not just making shit up. It's like the shit we experience is why we saying the shit we saying. Yep. And it's weird because it's like, no one wants to be like that. I don't want to be the asshole. But
y'all don't
when I was the fucking nice guy, it was fuck me.
Yeah.
When I was the asshole, it was fuck me for real.
Yeah, you're too sweet.
So it's just like, that's just how it go. And I'm sure a lot of people could say that. Yeah, you obviously get the rare chicks that, every once in a while.
But it's funny though, because they be the same females on Instagram talking about, I need a real man.
Shut your dumb ass up. As soon as I see that, shut your dumb ass up.
You don't need shit. With that.
You got plenty of dick in your fucking DMs. You don't need none of that. You just need to stop being fucking a thought and just relax.
For real. And then it be the ones that's wild out every night. And who want to deal with that? If you want a real man, nobody going to deal with you being out every night and wanting attention and this and that.
Yo, it's tough out here, man, for anybody. Me even being in a relationship, I be thinking like it's tough. It's in general, you gotta watch who you deal with. But I'm happy where I'm at now, because what's crazy about me and my chick, we done did the same kind of shit. Yeah. Not the same kind, like obviously I'm a man, she's a woman, but like we had similar paths where we dated a lot and did whatever we want, and just so we a little older and we understand like, all right, this is the fuck we want.
Right.
And ain't no sugarcoat and nothing. We all laugh our past and do things like that. But I'd rather be with a chick that understands their past and instead of lying about it. Like, I'm trying to do this. I don't want no man like this. Shut your lying ass the fuck up. Weren't you just on fucking
right,
OnlyFans trying to make it, but you ain't make it, trying to sell your toe pics? Like, come on, man. Right. Nah, go. Like, bitches be lying.
I'll be happy when a female keep it real. And it's crazy, I don't care how dark your past is. If you a female, as long as you keep it honest with me, I'm going to rock with you through whatever. But just keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people with dark past. They ain't going to talk about it. They ain't going to talk about the trains they got ran on.
Yeah.
They ain't going to talk about all the dudes they slept with. For whatever reason, they should, but they ain't going to do it. And I be seeing it. You know what's crazy? I be seeing dudes with girls that
been ran through, bro.
Were involved in train situations. And you know what's crazy? There's a few of them I was actually cool with.
Yeah.
Like I went to high school with, right? It's funny, right? We'll see like a guy like I went to high school with. That's still cool. Like to this day, I'm cool with him. Right. And then I see like the girl they with, like damn, that's who you end up with.
That's a bad way.
That's who you end up with. Like yeah, we all was with her, but I mean not me. I wasn't involved, but like I know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wasn't involved in that, but like I seen the people that took, you know what I mean, took care of that, and it's just one of those things where it's just like, you know, you just gotta watch who you with. At the end of the day, and I don't think, like you said, I don't think the past necessarily matters too much.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's about your character, but your character does judge your past a little bit. So like, if you got ran through a lot, and everybody know it. Like, I'm not gonna want to be with the chick that was on videos out here selling your ass.
You gotta have a limit.
You gotta have some character. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I would be with a stripper joint, to be honest. Like even that kind of a thing. I don't even think.
I would, and the only reason why, look, because I didn't know personally, like I knew some strippers that just strict. Only thing is, you gotta accept. I mean, of course, like they gonna do what they gotta do to make their money. Besides, like this girl, one girl, she was paying her bills or whatever. She was taking care of her family. She ain't really have nothing. She lost her job or whatever the case is. Her baby dad booked. So she was just making some money, and she said it was just for school and all that. I mean, but I respected it, but I'm not going to be with her, but I respected it.
Bro, you sound like a 90s movie. Fuck is you talking about?
It was a female that had to do
that's what she fucking told you?
I mean, yeah,
and you wanted to be with her?
I ain't want to be with her.
So she getting famous back and coming home to you?
No, that was my homie.
That was your homie?
But I understood what she was doing, like, why she was stripping.
What would you do if your son was at home? What, you was in a music video?
I knew somebody that's fucking with a stripper right now. And
okay,
he up. He up.
What do you mean he up?
He up.
What, did he get a cut?
He a stay-at-home dad. All he do is take care of his young boy.
So he's the bitch.
I guess so.
He's the bitch.
All he do is sit home.
He sit home while his girl's getting money thrown at her from rich dudes.
Yeah.
So he's the bitch. I don't know
how he deal with it, but yeah, he up.
I'm not staying home as a grown fucking man. I ain't. No. I be joking around with my girl sometimes, like, yo, you gotta take care of him. You know, it sound funny, but like literally staying home and being the motherfucker. I just burped the baby. Don't worry about it. Go to work. Have a good day, and get your titties licked.
I'll go crazy. I can't stay in one spot like that. So
she's a stripper, and he stays home. He does nothing.
I mean, that I know of. As far as I know, she the breadwinner, but. I mean, she makes sure he get whatever he want, of course, but
she buy him shit too.
Yeah,
like little treats.
He don't gotta do nothing. Mind you, the money she bringing in ain't regular money though. I'm talking
where she work?
Right now, I think they moved out of Atlanta and shit. But
that's gay city.
Yeah, but you know, I think they married now.
Out of Atlanta, and she's a stripper in Atlanta.
Yeah, they was a stripper.
So she really tricked.
Started down here.
So she went to the stripping capital.
Yep.
To capitalize on her stripping. So she probably got her OnlyFans too then.
And of course, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so he's really a stay-at-home fuck boy.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I knew,
what is he, white, black, Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican boy.
He retarded
and the bitch white.
He disrespectful. He gonna let that white girl do that to him?
Did it to him.
You gonna let that white girl disrespect him like that? After all his Puerto Ricans been through.
No, but some niggas, they accept it.
Nah, fuck that. You better get your little thotty ass in this house and go work at Staples. Yeah. Fuck is you doing?
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I dealt with a bottle girl, but
bottle chicks get a lot of. I gotta tell you, I feel like bottle chicks be out here just as much as them strippers.
They do.
They not showing titty, but they
showing ass.
Bro, I know a lot of bottle girls. They be like, I don't be stripping though, bitch. It look like it. Fuck is you talking about? You with a different dude every week. You fucking look half naked with thong up your ass walking down the fucking. What's the difference?
There ain't no difference.
To me, ain't much difference between a bottle chick
and the bottle girls twerk on niggas and all that shit.
Bro,
same
I know
thing.
A bottle chick to this day that I swear I be seeing her titties every week talking about she ain't a stripper. Yeah, and I'm not even joking when I tell you I done seen them nipples on multiple occasions on my social media. Like, you be out here. The fuck is you talking about? You literally have your profile picture of you bent over with your ass out, but you're not a stripper. Fuck is you doing?
Yeah. I don't, but they different, man.
I ain't dating no goddamn stripper. You keep them. You could make love to them strippers that make me money for their kids. All right, but look, I'm out here. My thing. If you just doing it just to make money for your kids, bitch, when you gonna stop? Okay, let's say 2 months go by. Why you still doing it?
Yeah.
You got on your feet right after the first couple of months.
They get addicted.
So it ain't for that then. So when you said like that girl, you did it because she was trying to feed her kid and lying, bitch, and you fell for it.
Yeah.
When you said that, why you ain't asking like, all right, so when's the end date?
I don't be caring.
So why the fuck you talking about like going to be with her?
Nah.
You out of fucking pocket. That was the problem. You the fucking problem. You people like you condoning these fucking girls.
She was interesting.
It's people like you condoning this shit. You loving them.
I ain't gonna lie.
You make love to them on the motherfucking phone.
Look,
and then
I'll be telling them though, bro.
They're like, I'm out here stripping to make money for my child because we need daycare money. And you like, you go girl.
Go girl, get your money.
And then you don't give a fuck.
I'm not with them.
Oh my God.
Why should I?
You just said you wanted. That's what you cool with.
I was cool with it. Like that's somebody that we chop it up. We call each other in this net. She tell me, yeah, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck what she do. I respect the fact that she bring. I respect the fact that she bring the money in, how she bringing it in, because she ain't depending on nobody else. But other than that, like I ain't gotta deal with her as far as relationships and all that. That's her. We chill. We bust.
So why you give a sob story about it?
Because that I felt for.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that. If a girl really was doing it, let's say there is women out there that did it just to get to somewhere, it got to be an expiration date. It got to be 3 months, 6 months. Like, it can't be, I'm 5 years in still trying to get, bitch, you got finger banged 4,800 times. And you talking about you still trying to get to where you got to get to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't do that shit working at Amazon? I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, how much money could you, I'm not saying strippers don't make money because we all know a lot of them make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they're just making that shit just to get bags and look. You know what I'm saying? Just to look, oh, I got the newest bag on the newest. Y'all not doing it for no real goals. Like, I be tired of hearing that shit. That shit like the 90s excuse. That shit from the 90s to early 2000s. I was just trying to do it to get by. What the fuck are you even, what are you even talking about?
All right.
If you're doing it when you get by, it's only like 60 days, 90 days, maybe like, all right, 6 months. I saved enough money, now I had to quit.
And for real, like you said, depending on if you set yourself a goal time, if you say you want to buy a house or whatever, 20,000 or 30,000, whatever the case is, strippers make enough money to where as though you could get that within a month or two if you really like that. I
don't know. I just know.
So it ain't no reason.
I feel like if you're gonna be a stripper, just own that shit. Stop acting like it's for a reason and stop lying to dudes just so you can make it sound
like dancing.
I'm just trying to get through school. Bitch, ain't no other jobs available?
All right.
Waitresses make decent money. If you go to a nice spot, being a waitress, you can make good money. Bartenders make decent money.
Like Amber Rose, she started off stripping.
Goddamn right she did. And she's still out here talking about she ain't a slut. I call bullshit.
Yeah, she be talking that shit.
This bitch talking I'm a slut. I'm doing a slut walk, but I ain't no slut or don't call me a slut. Some shit.
She the reason why a lot of these girls running around.
She got a tattoo on her. How you don't regret that tattoo?
What it say?
You couldn't get like the ones that wipe off after like a while? Why
the henna joint, right?
Yeah, she went all in with a full.
What do it say though?
I don't fucking know. It looked like this. I don't know. I know she was making a statement because she does like these slut walks and shit. I don't know what it says, but to me it's the wrong message.
She like the top hoe though.
It ain't even that serious to me. Why do you care if someone's being called a slut or whatever? I don't get why this is like an issue. I don't understand the topic of conversation. I don't get why like you feel that strongly where you tattoo some bullshit on your forehead.
Can I ask you a question? How you feel about that Tory Lanez situation?
Where the fuck that come from? God damn it.
Cause I was thinking about Amber, and then he just popped up. Because I'm like,
you see shit you just did? Amber ain't got nothing to do with goddamn Tory Lanez.
No, I'm just mad because Megan Good did him wrong.
Megan Good?
I mean Megan Thee Stallion.
What the fuck's in that cup? What the fuck you got going on?
It's that.
Megan Good. Don't compare Megan Good to Megan Thee Stallion. All right?
Megan Good ain't.
Girl. You leave my girl alone. She ain't get fucking shot. She just broke up from the gospel, boy. Leave her. She did. Yeah, he out of here.
That's why she out here twerking and all that.
Yeah, he kept trying to pray to her. She said was tired of that shit. You know what's funny about the Megan Good thing?
She was down for a little minute.
You know, when I was in prison, right, and I was in the you know how you about to get out? Oh, while in Jersey, when you about to get out, they send you to some place called like Bo Robinson. It's like the place where you figure out what halfway house you're going to. They always want to send you somewhere. So I was in there, right? Boy talking about he from North Jersey. He talking about him and this man was smashing Megan Good on the regular. You goddamn lie. He was kind of gay too, so I don't know. He was one of them cool dudes that seemed a little twitch, but I don't know, bro. Like, you look a little sweet, but like he had stories talking about my man be busting it down. I don't know. We gotta ask her if you ever meet her. Let me know. You gotta ask her if it's true. She was all. I used to love Megan Good since I was about 20.
What? Since what movie?
I don't know what movie she first was in. That's
I know Waist Deep. I was in love with her in that joint.
Waist Deep, yeah. Remember she was. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but remember she was a little kid in Friday. That's not when I liked her.
Oh, when she was at the ice cream truck.
Yeah, I ain't like her then. I was just saying. Remember, I just found out.
She was our age then.
I don't know, but that's not when I first.
He tried to be
yeah. That sounded a little crazy. She was a little girl back then, but yeah. No. All right, let's move on.
Man.
No, man, I don't really care about the Tory Lanez making a stand thing. I think it's bullshit. I don't think he should be in jail.
Yeah,
I don't. That story was too fuzzy. I feel like if it's fuzzy, why are you getting convicted? But that's a whole nother conversation. But because there was a lot of ifs and ands and buts, but and she was lying on. She got caught lying. I think
it was deeper than that, but yeah.
I mean, he was dumb anyway. If you put a gun in your hand around, some bitches gonna tell on you. I mean, all these chicks act like they down for the streets, but then they tell on you in 2 seconds. Why did these street dudes keep bringing these chicks that ain't really from the streets around? They act like they from the streets because they was born. Who cares if you were born in a bad neighborhood and all that? You still gonna tell on a man if you do some bullshit. That's what I never understood that. Like, you guys, all right, this chick down. Is she down to keep her mouth shut? Is shit go the fuck down?
Nope.
Because at the end of the day, we expect men to do that. If I shoot you, I expect you not to go to the cops on me, right?
Yep.
Girls ain't doing that shit.
Fuck no.
And I don't even think I ain't gonna get into this conversation with Tory Lanez because there's a lot. He's convicted. It's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
so he got the 20.
I don't know what the fuck he got convicted of. I don't think they sentenced him yet.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they ain't sentenced him yet, but he in jail though. He looking at the fucking little walls right now.
Yeah.
I know he pissed. It be cold in there too. Well, he in LA though, so maybe it's a little warm.
Probably a little different in there, but all that shit shitty for real.
It ain't a little. Why it be different? Because of weather?
Nah, but some jails be better.
You been in jail for a minute, so tell me about your jail experiences. You been in there.
I've been in and out too long.
How many years total? Like, if you just think about how much time you spent, do you think?
Probably like a dub.
Nah, you ain't no fucking dub. You ain't even that old.
Bro.
20 years? You ain't do no goddamn 20 years.
I did a lot of county business. No, probably close to 10.
I forget, you got that Philly education, so that 10 and 20 seem closer than it should be.
No, because I was just thinking about
10 to 20.
I had a lot of 11 head to 23s. I probably had them Jones 3 times, and I set my first 11 head to 23. I set 10 months. My second one, I set, I think, 20 months, and then my last one, they let me out 9.
Yeah, you
and then I set that 2.5.
So you got a good like 5 years of time or wasted. Good 5 to 10 years.
And then the rest of them is just little couple months here.
How you feel about that?
I feel like a dummy. Waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm done with that jail shit, bro. I'm not going back. I'm cool. Separate myself from anybody who wants some bullshit. Yeah. Cool. Last time I went back for a violation was during COVID, and it was their fault because nobody was in the office, bro. They gonna talk about why I wasn't reporting. They got the city shut down. What you mean? I left messages and all.
That's why they went?
Yeah, they wound up.
They got a cell phone? Your PO ain't had no goddamn cell phone?
No, they had an office phone that I left three or four messages on. And when they finally took me to court from the jail, they played the messages. Oh, we apologize. We see you did leave messages and it was COVID. I'm like, yeah, y'all had me in for 2 weeks. Mind you, everybody in the jail got COVID. I'm walking around with a sheet, a cut up piece of sheet that they pass out and put on your face. You be about to suffer.
That's what they were giving y'all?
Yeah.
What is it?
No regular mask. It's literally a sheet.
It's like a ghost. You're like the person for Halloween. You was at the ghost joint.
Yeah, it looked like an inmate.
Bank robber?
Huh?
Like a bank robber?
Yeah.
From the 80s?
Yep.
You had a piece of sheet with the holes cut out your face.
No. It was like a regular mask, but it was a sheet. Like somebody made it.
Like a bandit, like a bandana.
Yeah.
But they was cutting out sheets for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You got COVID in there? Anybody die?
No, I ain't got no COVID, but a couple people died in there. You don't know.
From what? COVID?
I think like 2 people died from COVID, and then the other one, the guards left the block and while he was getting beat up. But then, so.
But you know Philly cricket, man, they known for that shit.
Yeah.
They known to act like they left the block. Oh, you forgot to do something while I'm getting my ass whooped? That's the time you forgot, motherfucker?
And a lot of them be
ignorant. You knew goddamn well about to get my ass whooped.
For real.
Probably ain't like getting up.
That's how it be, man.
Yeah, no, Jersey, I was only there.
Guards act like they don't care about nothing.
No, that's cool.
But
So let me ask you, since you like to be in Jersey so much, how different you think your life would have been? So, you know, cause our moms are brothers and sisters. If your dad would have moved to Jersey, along with, her, you know, like us, moved from the city to the suburbs, how different you think you would have turned out? Because, you know, I was in the suburbs and I obviously fucked up and did dumb shit and acting like I wasn't goddamn from the goddamn suburbs. My stupid ass. Next thing you know, I'm in a...
Honestly, no, I'm thinking, wow, well,
yeah.
no, but I think it would have been a lot better because, all right, you know how creative we is. I mean, and if I'd have lived down there, every time I went to Jersey and we got together when we was younger, we always figured something out to do something for fun or whatever the case is. If I'd have lived down there, we would have been too bored out our mind not to come up with something creative.
Yeah.
I think we'd
we'd have fun no matter what.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about as far as like the older you got, because you know when you're kids you really don't acknowledge too much bad shit around you. Mm-hmm. But when you get older, it's when you either participate or you do smart shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like when your high school years, or not even high school, when your middle school years to your high school years, how different you think your life would have been? Because like I said, so if I remember from my middle school to my high school years, my middle school years I started acting up. But I had a lot of issues in the crib. You know, my people's kind of crazy. So I had a lot of issues in the crib. And then I seen, you know, family members doing different things. So I was just acting out in general. Yeah. But like for you, Philly's totally different animal compared to the suburbs, Jersey schools. It just is, no matter how you want to look at it. It just is from the education standpoint.
Like a prison.
Yeah, Philly's is totally different. So like Jersey, you know, we was out there just doing good. You know, our neighborhoods were quiet. It was all grass and shit around us, trees and shit. Wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't super country because we weren't in the country, but it was, you know, open. A lot of open area, not that many houses around. But it was fun though because there were enough houses for it to be families and kids. And enough girls in your neighborhood to be like, let me get my first kiss from, you know, so.
Play high and freak.
Yeah. I remember I got my first kiss when I was like 12. I remember that shit. I ain't gonna say that, but she kissed me on the cheek. I thought it was the best shit ever. You know what she is too. Hell yeah, she kissed me on the cheek. Couldn't tell me nothing. I couldn't sleep for about 4 days. That shit was fun. So like, how do you think your shit would have been if you'd have been, because you see how we was doing shit. Yeah. We had fun though. We had parties and all that. Every time I went on vacation, we was out. Yeah. We had everybody in the house.
It would have been fun though. I'd have definitely liked it way better.
You think you'd have been in jail that long?
Nah, I don't. Nah, a lot of the reasons, you know, I was getting into trouble is because, you know, the people we go to school with, we tend to hang with. I mean, a lot of people that I was going to school with was already in the street. Yeah. So it was like, I want to be outside, but in my neighborhood, you step outside on that block, you're already in something that you don't even know you're in. I mean, with Fifth Street and the beef that's going on out there in South Philly, it's like, so I wanted to just hang out. But instead of just hanging out, it winds up being a shootout or, you know, you on a block where your homies selling drugs. And eventually, you know, you get hooked into that lifestyle.
You know what's crazy? Every time you guys would tell me about the whole Fifth Street, 7th Street shit, and what the fuck is it for? My thing is, who the fuck cares what street you from? Why did that exist? Like what? All right, like you said, you would go outside, you don't realize you ain't even in it, but you in it because you from where you from. Why? Why the fuck does this start? Why is this a thing? So let's say you woke up one day, you in 8th grade, motherfucker, you walk outside, you see a 7th Street motherfucker, and they want a problem. For what? What'd I do?
A lot of it just be from associates, like the friends you with. But in my case, we went to school with a lot of people that was from 7th Street. They used to live on 5th Street. So what happened was, you know, it would be little fights that break out or whatever the case is.
Y'all was in the same schools and shit. So
yeah, really that's how it started.
But who knows how this beef all started? I need to know how the fuck it started. We need to get to the fucking bottom of this. How did it start? Who the first person to say, you know what, fuck you 5th Street bastards. I'm pissed off and I'm going to smack one of y'all.
It's just years.
So one person beefed with somebody back in the day with another person from this street, and it turned into like we don't fuck with them 5th Street motherfuckers.
Yeah,
or them 7th
it had to be, because it was
all of some dumb shit. Cause
it was a point where 5th Street and it used to be on 7th Street. 7th Street used to be on 5th Street. So somewhere along them lines, growing up, you know, when we was younger and shit, that's when they was going. You know, we used to be on block parties, them house parties. We was younger and shit in South Philly. Yeah. They was going at it. Remember, I don't know, it was a block party one time where our uncle shot at somebody.
I remember that shit to this day.
Bulls from 7th
That was
Street.
a block party.
Yeah.
I remember we was young and they all made us get in the house.
Yep.
And we was on the steps and your pop ran in and went in the safe and I was looking
Box,
around the joint. He had all the guns with the box. Yep. I remember that shit. It was because of some 5th Street, 7th Street shit.
That right there, that was.
So they know about the 5th Street, 7th Street shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on some like drug dealing shit. You know, they used to be a little bit in the
That's
mix.
years. Even they was in that shit. It's like if you, as long
I
as
never
you're.
know that. I thought it was from drug dealers. You know, they were drug dealers.
Oh,
Bad.
yeah.
They try to act like they're innocent now. You know,
Right.
bus driver. You a goddamn bus driver in the house.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
right.
I saw you. I knew what you was up to. But yeah, so that was from 5th Street, 7th Street.
Yeah.
Street war beef. But y'all don't even know why you even beef.
Don't even know why.
So you hate
grew
people on
up
7th
right
Street
there.
for no reason.
Yeah.
So right now you hate somebody. And you don't even know why you hate them.
I mean, I don't hate nobody,
But
actually.
you would hurt them tomorrow if you had to for no reason.
No. My thing is
I mean, if you were still out there, you would.
it got to be personal.
All right, but look. But you know some motherfuckers who died from that shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
I be hearing about that shit. I heard one of y'all men just died a couple weeks ago. Was
Yeah.
that had to do with it, or was that just some random shit?
What's his, who
You
was
know who I'm talking about at the 5th Street corner store.
Honestly,
I
he done
remember
did
that.
so much dirt, you don't
That's
know.
what I was thinking too. I remember he was a little grimy
Yeah,
motherfucker.
he did so much dirt, you don't know where it came from. But 9 times out of 10, it probably had something to do with down there, yup.
See, I be thinking until this day. Isn't that crazy? First of all, why he still there? Or anybody still there? Y'all old
Down
as
there?
shit. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. But a lot of people just be stuck. They ain't forcing it enough to move out or nothing. And that's
Motherfucking get Section 8 right down the block in
Yeah.
the suburbs. You ain't got to be over there.
5th Street different though. Ain't nobody out there no more. You know, they gentrified the whole situation. And a lot of people that was out there getting killed. It's probably, I ain't gonna lie, it's probably just a handful of people that's still around out there. And a lot of them either locked up or dead.
So let me ask you something. You in your, I'm going to just say your 30s, right? You in your 30s. So what would your 16-year-old self say to you right now? What would your 16-year-old self, looking at who you are today and knowing what you've been through since you were 16, what do you think that person would say to you
Right now?
right now, looking at you and saying,
Out of all the things that I was good at, just stick with one of them.
nah, I ain't saying like asking you for advice. I'm saying, what do you think they would think of your outcome?
Right now? I'm
Yeah,
on
like,
some
how would your
bullshit.
16-year-olds feel about who you are as a man today?
I'm on some bullshit.
And why is that?
Only because, I mean, I overcame a lot. I mean, I'm still, here. I'm still, in a good situation than a lot of people. I'm blessed for that. But I say some bullshit because I did a lot of procrastinating. I spent a lot of time in and out of jail. I could have pursued something like, just basically, I say stick with one thing because every time I start something off and I get good at it, whatever, I find something else to venture to. And if I tell myself, if I'd have stuck with something, at least one thing, it would have been cool. And that's what I feel like my younger self looking at me today would have told myself. Or,
You think your younger self would be proud of you?
somewhat only because I never gave up, like 100%. But he'd be mad. For sure. Because I'm mad at myself for a lot of shit. But, yeah, I ain't giving up yet.
So what would you do differently?
Work harder
At what?
at whatever I need to do. Anything, man. I need direction right now. Like we try and build something and shit, and it's gonna get there, but just gotta stick with it. I don't know. That's one thing I be trying to fight myself every day, trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do, what I got. I mean, I don't know. I just be like lost sometimes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I be waking up with ideas, and then some days it just be like, what I'm gonna do now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we all go through that. I think everybody, no matter how successful you are, no matter how not successful, I think everyone wakes up with different ideas. Like, I wake up with 1,000 a day.
Yeah.
My girl always tell me, you need to focus on one thing. Shut up. Listen, I know I got damn ADD. You
Right.
got to keep reminding me.
But one thing about you, though, since we was kids, you always made a plan and you went through with it. I always say that shit. Even like I still bring up this one topic when we was young boys. We was talking about cars and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go grab this Buick LeSabre, and this person said, yeah, I'm gonna go grab this turtle top fan or whatever the case is. You talk about, I'm gonna go grab this Benz. I mean, you was always thinking higher, and you always had a plan for it. I mean, so I look up to that a lot.
I mean, the plan always it just at the end of the day, the older we get, we realize plans don't always work the fuck out.
It don't, but
that plan get real fuzzy real quick.
But, you made it though. I mean, you make it happen. I mean, you don't take no for an answer. You just do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing about it is just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard. So I look at life where I'm at now and look at it like looking back on a lot of the mistakes I made. Even now, to this day, I made a ton of mistakes. Obviously, everyone makes mistakes. So I look back on it and I'll be like, I wish I've done X, Y, and Z different. I wish I'd done this different. But I do evaluate myself every week. Like right now, I think I'm making a lot of mistakes that I shouldn't be making at this point in my life when it comes to business or whatever it is. I know I am actually, obviously. So it's like, it's hard to correct it because I thought I was doing right. It's not that I'm making mistakes from doing dumb shit.
Right.
I thought what I was doing was right. And obviously the economy and everything affects whatever, things that you can't control affects what you got going on.
Yeah.
But no matter how much you think you got going on, it still affects you. And what I realize is you got to keep going.
Yeah.
That's how I even got where I'm at today. That's why I still got the building I got, or the still businesses I got, is because I just keep going. I find ways to make the money. I find ways to pay the bills. I find ways, I think the one common denominator between people like me and people who feel like they did not in any direction, they fuck up every month and they worry about getting money, is just that they don't stick to one thing and keep making it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I told you this before. I always felt like you might not like what you're doing, but it ain't about if you like what you're doing all the time. I know we always hear somebody say, do what you love. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I need to make some money. So don't always just do what you love. Do what you need to do to make some fucking money and stick to it until you can do what you love.
Right.
Because a lot of people always just want to assume that, you gotta just do what you love and just be free. And
shit don't be that easy.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Because at the end of the day, life fucking happens. Everyone when they graduate has the brightest ideas on the planet. We all turn 20, 21 and say, I'm gonna do this. Or 18, 19 when you graduate, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. But life ain't like that. It just ain't. I'd had about 45 dreams, since I graduated high school. Even while I was in high school, I started a fucking above and beyond detailing bullshit. I always had things I wanted to do.
Right.
And the one thing I realized, like, it always ain't about making this business or doing this. It's just whatever you commit to, whether it's a job, whether it's college, whatever, no matter what the fuck it is. Yeah. Obviously I failed at college too. So whatever it is, just you got to learn how to commit to it. Make it happen. Don't make it fucking excuses. Because at the end of the day, you can't eat with excuses. Right. Your kids can't do well with excuses. That's how I look at it. Like,
that's true.
No matter how stressed out I get, and I've been stressed out, even recently I've been stressed out, I can't keep making excuses because no matter what, I got to pay what I got to pay. I got to do what I got to do.
Bills ain't going to stop.
So no matter how hard this economy might feel, no matter how hard, whatever business I'm involved in might be, I always got to just do it until I get to a different way because at the end of the day, I have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's part of being a man. It's like, there's a lot of shit I wish I could just quit on, like, fucking just walk away from it. Like, there's been times I wanted to walk away from the shit I got going on now.
Yeah.
But the reality is, then what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you have to do it no matter what. That's just how you got to look at shit. Because if you give yourself an out every time, you're never going to commit to shit and you're going to be bouncing the fuck around. I don't want to be the bouncing around. We got plenty of, that. We talk about all the time. We got plenty of people we know that. Yeah. Oh, this person's doing nothing. And this person's doing that. This person's stuck at a fucking job they hate. Yeah. It's fine, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to stick to it. And even now, I find myself just having to do what I have to do and stick it out and do this and do that. And it's hard as shit. But, one thing I would say, no matter what the fuck you do, man, just fucking do it and don't make excuses for yourself. I can make excuses right now for myself, the reason to quit everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
just gotta do that.
My son can't get none no benefit out of that. I can't even get no benefit. Forget about anybody else. If you can't even take care of yourself, how you gonna take care of anybody else? Right. That's real. Because the reality is, if I can't even buy myself something, I obviously ain't gonna be able to take care of my son. Obviously, I ain't gonna be able to take care of anybody around me.
So you don't even got time to be thinking about.
So I can't think about failure because as much as I know I might be failing at something, I might be losing. I might be like I said, I might went through a stretch where I lost a ton of money. I might go through a stretch where it ain't that great. It doesn't matter. Because it ain't about that. It's about tomorrow. It's about, okay, I fucked up. Not even fucked up. It didn't go well for me. Yeah. Because it might not have been anything can happen. You know, shit happens. Mm-hmm. You know, all these things happen. This is where I'm at. It ain't about where the fuck I was at. It's where I'm going tomorrow. So that's why I always think about, like, I always be like, you know, it don't even fucking matter, man. Like, sometimes I just go home and be like, fuck it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I get home sometimes late, 8, 9 o'clock, whatever. And I might be stressed out, but I just be like, fuck it. I'm just going to deal with it, you know, first thing in the morning. You know, I already made my plans in my head, and I write it down most of the time, my notes and all that. Yeah. And then in the morning, I do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I never try to be aimless because at the end of the day, I can't afford to be. Yeah. I got too much overhead to afford to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just do the shit. I think that's the one thing a lot of people always like, how do you just fucking, you know, people I know that started things and don't finish it? Yeah, me. I'm not even you in general. I went to school with how many kids? A lot of kids, right? I see all these people since, the last 10, 15 years, let's call it. Yeah. Start all these projects. You see them with the new Instagrams, with this business, this bad business, this business, that business. Whatever it is, it don't matter. It could be anything. Makeup artist, cleaning company, fucking barbershop, whatever it is. I promise you, maybe one has been consistent. And I'm just saying maybe one because I'm probably forgetting somebody. But, like, I don't remember anybody sticking it out. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just because it might not have been what it was in the beginning. Like, most people quit that shit within the first couple of months, first week, I need to pay my bills, I'm going to go get a job. That's fine, but you should have known that going in. Because once you commit to something, you should stick it out. You know what I'm saying? If your dumb ass decide to go full-time without having a plan, now, first of all, that's your fault, number one. And number two, once you commit, you got to commit. Otherwise, it's never going to grow. Right. There's going to be a lot of times where, like, a lot of businesses don't even make money in the first couple of years. People don't get what that means. People like to say and say, I'm okay, I'm committed. But are you really? Because a lot of people, most of the time you see people start a business, they probably have a second job without you knowing on the side. They probably work at nights or work on the weekends, to make extra money until their business takes off. It's just how it goes. And a lot of people don't understand it. So the one thing I do, I just stick to what the fuck I got to do and just do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. You can't have no excuse for it. You can't have no. It's just you can't. As a man, you got to tell yourself you just can't. It ain't about my son. It ain't about my girl. It ain't about none of that. You just got to do it on your own. As a man, you got to be the one to say it. That's just how it is, man. And that's just how I've always been the type to just do my own thing, because it's like, I don't want to fail for myself. Right. Because if you can't take care of your fucking self, you can't take care of nobody. I think that's the one thing people will keep overlooking. Oh, I do it for this, but I do. Stop saying that shit. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Yeah. You can do it for those people, but you can't do it for those people until you do it for yourself. Because if I ain't got $50 in my pocket for myself, I'm gonna have 50 for you. Mm-hmm. It just don't make sense. It's just logic. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't taking care of your fucking self, if I'm over there in the corner stressed out, want to blow my fucking brains out, obviously I'm not gonna be in the right state of mind to take care of a child, take care of a girlfriend, take care of a relationship. It's just you gotta take care of your fucking self before you can even move on to all that. Yeah. That's the only difference, man. That's the only thing I've learned throughout all this fucking, working for myself shit. And a lot of the times, bro, I be thinking like, yo, I should just kept a fucking job. It's easier. Yeah. Motherfuckers, I'm tired of seeing this shit online with, you started an LLC and go fuck yourself with those LLCs. You know what I'm saying? That shit is hard, bro.
It's like what they said. It's like I wanted to work for myself. Now I work 24 hours.
Yeah, that fucking girl, man. You ain't see that shit with that lady like gifted like the whole graduating class LLC in some university?
Hell no.
I'd have smacked you out that goddamn bitch. Bitch, give me some goddamn money. You see how hard it is to start a business? I don't get this whole, I'm going to have my sons with LLCs, and when they're born, they're going to be, you think a motherfucker want to be born into to work for themselves? What the fuck type shit is you on? Like, none of that shit makes. This whole LLC and be your own boss and all that shit is over fucking rated. Yeah. And I'm saying that from motherfucker who's been doing it for years. Motherfucker, this shit is hard. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
But you doing it though, man.
Yeah, you doing it, but motherfucker, a nice job, comfort job would be a little better. You want to give me a couple $100 G's to work for you? Just call me up. Right. I'll pull up. A nice little schedule. Give me some time off. Those people don't get it, and you get that from being good in college, from doing smart shit. You get that from that, and people always want to dog people go to college. Fuck college. Y'all sound fucking stupid.
I remember you went to college
for like 4 seconds. I got kicked the fuck out.
It's funny though, because every school you went to, bro, I went to. every school. Yeah. So it's like you went to college. I went to college. You went to elementary. Anywhere down here I went to. Your mom wasn't playing. I was going on that.
My mom, man, she don't give a fuck. She just like to fuck with people. That's her thing.
She the best though.
I'm gonna fuck with everybody. But no, this is how it is, man. A lot of people. I think that LLC shit, your own business shit. I think the number one benefit from having your own business is being able to make your own schedule and have your own time to yourself. You don't have to worry about checking in and all that. That's it. You know, obviously there's rewards financially if you do it right and you grow. But outside of that, that's the only thing. So you got to look at what's more important to you in your life. If you want more time in your hands, then have your own business and work for yourself. But if that ain't what you're worried about, get a nice fucking job, move up in that position, find better jobs in that position, get smart and be a fucking specialty, and that's your specialty. Move on. Because the reality is, bro, doing taxes, doing fucking overhead, worried about paying this person, like that shit is a lot. And when you start a fucking business, you're doing it all in the beginning, unless you fucking got a big savings out. You know what I'm saying? Your parents gift you with, or you were able to save somebody somehow, or it was passed down some bullshit. And most of us don't got that. The average person don't got that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I started my shit from being laid off at fucking my last job, from being a body man to, because I didn't want to be there no more, because that motherfucker was only, he was a good, whatever. He was cool, but like I didn't make that much. So I left that position and just started my business right away with almost nothing saved up, to be honest. I was making it month by month, and I just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it.
Right.
And that's how I started with this whole building and all that.
That's what it takes, though. You just got to say fuck
it. And I found ways to make money every month doing, you know, what my goal was. And it worked out for obviously it worked out because I still got it. But it's just, that shit wasn't easy, bro. It was way easier having a fucking job. It just, at that particular job, though, financially didn't make sense for me anymore, because I wasn't really making as much as I should have to cover my you know, my bills in general. And I thought at that point I should have been, because I was there for over 7 years, or about 7 years, and I wasn't making shit, bro. I was only making like $20 an hour. How the fuck I'm here for 20 years? I mean, 7 years, 20. Making $20 an hour. And I'm a specialty position. It's not like I'm just in the back cleaning fucking cars. Bro, I'm a body tech working on automotive collisions that come in on a frame machine. And, you know, I might not, all right, let's say I'm not the best one in the shop. I'm still in the top position. You know, making $20 an hour, bro. You kidding me?
Yeah, they tripping.
Well, because I'm younger. And
you was there 7 years?
7 years, bro. That's what I'm saying. So my lack of wanting to be there because of the lack of compensation. And, you know, even though I thought he was a good person and all that, and I really did. I went to like the other wedding and all that. I thought he was a good person. But it didn't reflect in my compensation. So it just got to a point where I never wanted to be there. And he noticed that. He said something to me like, yo, you all right? Like, it seems like you ain't doing your work well. I said, you know, I mean, honestly, no, I'm not, because I really don't like the position I'm in anymore. You know, I'm making fucking 20. The dude next to me making 30. I'm making 20. What the fuck's he doing? Okay, let's say he's a little better than me. It doesn't matter. He's still pushing out the same kind of jobs I'm pushing out. He's still doing the same kind of work I'm doing. You know, obviously I can get better, but I'm not going to commit to myself to get better if I'm only making 20 fucking hours. And it took me 7 years to get here. So people don't get that. It took me 7 years just to get to the 20. I started at like 13, cleaning cars in the back.
That was a long time at one job.
That's what I'm saying. One fucking job. That's what I'm saying. So like when they look at it, oh well, you weren't that great. You know why I didn't become better than them other two? Because I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, motivated.
Once you notice that I'm not no longer motivated. Obviously, I was motivated at some point to get to that top frame position in the first place. And then once I get to that position, I noticed, man, it's going to take me another 7 years to get to maybe 25 an hour. For what? Bro, I'm going in the morning, busting my ass dirty as shit. I'm leaving looking dirty as shit. I look like I just rolled out of a coal mine.
What time did you used to work to?
From like 8 to like 4:35, something like that. And then if I go in on a Saturday for a half a day, I get $100. Motherfucker, you just bought your fucking child a house behind me. And literally, motherfucker don't know left from right. He worked there, making way more than me, and he just bought a house behind me for him cash. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being realistic. The reality is like my caring and my at first, I had the will to do better because I wanted to keep getting paid more, and I wanted a consistent check. And once I realized the position I was in with the whole my compensation, bro, fuck, you only paying me $20 an hour for after being here 7 years, and you want me to do better? No, you do fucking better. No offense, brother, but your company's been here for years. It's a multi-million-dollar company. You're rich. I'm not. Obviously, I'm an average Joe in here. And, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like I should be compensated, or at least told, hey, have a conversation with me. Listen,
communicate.
I want you to do this, then I'm going to put you on this pay scale, and then you're going to be at X amount of dollars by the end of this timetable if you could do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You ain't doing none of that.
Right.
And so you ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. It's just how it works, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if I want somebody to come work with me, I can't say, hey, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars and then, we'll see how it goes. No, you got to have a plan for people. And I think that was a lack of management to an extent, when it came down to it. And I know, when you're in those jobs, though, people talk shit. I remember it was funny before I left that even job that the guys around me knew I was going to be laid off. Yeah. I knew it, especially the one. He was talking shit. He would throw a little slide shit in. We'll see how long you're here. He knew I was about to get laid off because he's like he's the brown nose of the shop. The guy that's always kissing the boss ass. That was him. So he knew. And I knew he knew. Because I know him. I've been here for 7 years, motherfucker. I know when you know something that I don't know. And I know when you... And I told him, motherfucker, I don't care, bro. I was making money on the side. I was making 3 times what I was making working there. Yeah. That's just the truth. And I was prepared to leave. I just didn't want to leave without getting paid unemployment to give myself a little bit of a window.
Oh, that's a job where your boss found that bird on you.
Yeah. I didn't want to get. I didn't want to just leave without the window of a little bit of. You only get unemployment for like 6 months, but I figured it would help me move on to my next position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I found. Within that 6 months, I found a building and I got my own location.
Right.
So I've been there ever since. But it's just funny when you see these people make fun. So my ex coworkers make fun of me for about to get laid off. I talk shit back though, so like, you ain't going to just say something to me.
Right.
Fucking brown nose and faggot. You're the 50-year-old having to have your man over here pay you. Otherwise, you're fuck driving your little '96 Camry. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man.
You ain't nobody. You're a brown nose. You came from nothing. No one cares.
I don't like them type people. Bro.
Yeah, and it's funny, man. Looking back on it, like I look back on it, and I talk my shit to him. Because obviously, and I even expressed to the boss my gratitude for being there at that time I was there. But at the end of the day, it came to an end, and I was very okay with it, and I'm still good at what I do. If I wanted to do that bullshit, but I no longer want to do that. You guys want me to bust my ass for $20 an hour is only like $1,282 months, and it comes up to about like a little over $2,000 a month, something like that. And it wasn't that it was that for what I was doing is where it didn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? We're doing $2,000-$3,000 jobs. We're doing consistently pumping out work. So it was like every day I had jobs. It wasn't like I was sitting around. Like I was always doing something.
So it was definitely good.
They're so busy. Like to this day, I realized because a friend of mine called up there to get something put in. They're like 2-3 months booked in. That's how busy that shop is. So it's a top shop. So it's not like no random little bullshit shop in the corner. No, it's a top shop that's known. So like if I didn't feel appreciated at a top shop, who could have compensated me better to get better? That's what you do, right? You motivate people. Hey, listen, I got you if you do X, Y, and Z. And if it don't work out, then you let them go. But if I'm not getting none of that from you, and you just over here, why the fuck am I here? And why the fuck do you even have me?
Right.
I've seen the people coming in and out of this shop. I've been there for 7 years, so I've seen people coming in that didn't work out. So I know how this shit goes. It's hard to find good help. Yeah. I'm not going to be good help if you're not going to pay me good. Yeah. It's just how it works.
Some people,
a lot of people don't get that shit. I don't know. I ain't gonna call anybody cheap. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think some people make mistakes. And at the end of the day, when you have a successful business, you do whatever you got to do to keep it going. Right. So my thing is, if you're so successful and you're doing well, you're obviously smart enough to do that. Keep it the fuck going. So you got to do whatever you got to do to keep it going.
Keep it going.
Exactly. If I had a booming business, right, and everybody's making X amount of dollars, I'm good. And I had one little complaint of somebody complain, all right, if I've noticed, all right, this person's getting paid a little, and I'm doing good. Yeah. Let me throw a little more on his, on his paycheck to make sure he's good. I don't want to lose people that I know is going to keep me going good. Yeah. It's hard to be in the black when you in business. Yeah. I'm sure he knew it too. He obviously built it from the ground up, so I'm sure he knew how hard it was. So I just think, sometimes when you're in business, you lose sight of that. Mm-hmm. And that's just how it is. That's the only difference. But the only difference, man, like what we were talking about initially was just moving forward and keeping it going. That's just how it goes. You got to move forward. You got to keep it going.
Definitely overcame that situation.
Yeah. I mean, life's still, out here, you know what I mean? Life's still fucking tough.
Life's still going, man.
But it's cool. But I ain't really too worried about that, man. But it is crazy to see how far we come, and looking back on the younger part of ourselves and seeing how that affected us, all the little dumb shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I even fucked up. I was from the suburbs, and I made a ton of mistakes acting, like I ain't had no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's the reality. It's just the truth, right? Because I always want to be cool and impress people and do whatever it was. The reality is I did too much, and I shouldn't have. Because I had a lot of issues in the home or whatever anger I had. Yeah. I just used that the wrong way. That's just how I look back on it, and I look back on it like, yeah, that was fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? That was fucking dumb. I could have been in college. I could have had the good grades. I could have, you know what I'm saying? I could have did the whole, you know, be in a really nice career and chilling right now with all the good shit. My stupid ass decided to be the kid with the opportunities and do the opposite. I think I'm John Moran or some shit. You know, John Moran doing that shit right now. That motherfucker out here acting like he fucking. That was me. No. Except I actually activated and did some shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ever do shit. I actually put myself in positions so where I could be doing
better off.
Yeah, I put myself. No, I'm talking about like even back when I was acting dumb. I actually did. I did do the same thing all the other people did. I did do the dumb shit. I did, you know, roll around and do things I shouldn't have been doing. You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers like John Morant making 20 mil, 30 mil for whatever millions of years he's making, and he's acting like he was about to get your stupid ass back to Crestwood, right? The fuck high school
that's
that was.
That's how it is. They get money.
You fucking
dirt with
your
like gangsters.
on. Man, listen. It's just how it is. That's what I thought I was, man. And at the end of the day, I realize that now, though. You know, but you know, it's funny though. What I learned about the suburbs and the difference in the suburbs and the hood, it's not really much difference. Obviously, the money is different. You know, people in the suburbs struggle, and I mean, in the city struggle, and they be all fucked up and they want to sell drugs, whatever it is. But the reason why I say it's not much different, as far as the aspect of, there's a lot of bitches in the suburbs and a lot of bitches in the hood. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. Like,
it's all the same for real.
It's all the same. It's just different. It's different situations. You know what I'm saying? So when people are like, "Oh, I'm from New York," shut the fuck up. There's a bunch of bitches in New York too. What the fuck that mean? When you hear people yell at you and say, "I'm from that shit don't mean nothing to me," because the reality is, it don't mean nothing. You ever go to prison? That shit out the window. Where you from shit. Unless you're part of a gang or something. That where you from shit out the fucking window. They don't even give a fuck. I remember a motherfucker told me, I don't give a fuck where you from. I said, oh shit. It's like a real little blood faggot. But but that's just how it go. It's just like, when you in a certain situation, where you from don't matter. But you could talk to, I'm from New York. I'm from fucking LA. I'm from it don't fucking matter.
Me personally, I get mad when somebody tell me.
Bro, you sound like a fucking dork. Why you gotta tell me where you from? Show me. Don't tell me.
Right.
Show me who you are. Don't tell me what you from, bro. Where you from got nothing to do with it. Because just as much as there's tough guys in your neighborhood, there's bitches in your neighborhood. Just as much as there are real motherfuckers in your neighborhood, there's rats in your neighborhood. Right. None of that shit means nothing. I don't think people understand that shit. Like, where you from helps you build character, because you've been through certain shit other people ain't been through. Obviously, people that's born in the city of Brooklyn, New York, and Phillies of the world should have a little more foundation than a motherfucker born in Beverly Hills. That's just obvious. But it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing if you're trying to use it as a weapon. That don't mean nothing. Bro, what the fuck? You still get smacked like everybody else. What the fuck does that mean? Because you're from New York, you won't, like, I ain't never seen nobody get knocked out from New York. Right. Ain't nobody ever been killed from New York. Ain't nobody ever been killed from Philly. Ain't nobody ever been. The tough motherfuckers usually are the ones who get going first because they the problem. So we got to get them out the way. That's just how it go. The motherfuckers who start the most trouble is usually the problem.
The loud ones.
Yeah, and it's just like, when you get older, you realize that shit was fucking stupid.
Yeah, a lot of shit we did was dumb.
Bro, I see all these losers like from high school, and I'll be looking like, yo, we had all the opportunities in the world. And I'm not going to act like I went on a success story, because I'm not. But I look back at a lot of these people, and I'll be like, yo, you guys are really losers. You guys grew up in a good neighborhood. You guys had opportunities to do better. You're a fucking loser. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I seen a couple of chicks not too long ago from the neighborhood that we used to hang in, around my way. Yeah. And they still live in that same neighborhood, bro. Yeah. Most of them dudes still live in that same neighborhood. Dang. You know what I'm talking about. It's a neighborhood called Spring Meadows. Yeah. A lot of them still there. Damn. And I mean from still there, I mean still there in the same houses they grew up in. I don't mean like just found a house and moved back there.
I'm talking about like with their mom and shit.
Yeah, bro. And there's a couple of people that you actually know. Damn. I'm dead serious.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I know I ain't like him or nothing like that, but I ain't doing as bad as like a lot of people, bro.
That's why you can't compare yourself to nobody. Yeah, that's why when they say you can't, you really can't, because the reality is you have to compete against yourself, and that's it. You're your only competition. You know what's good in your life. You know what's bad in your life. You know what you need to do in life. When you start looking at other people and comparing yourself, you think, because all them motherfuckers will look good on Instagram and all that. Right. But when I tell you there's some losers, bro, literally, them chicks still live in their same mom crib. Them dudes still live in their same mom crib. It's crazy,
because on the ground, you would think they got it all.
It look cool as shit. They got the newest chicks. They doing it. Bro, you're a fucking loser.
It's crazy, because like people like, man, we barely post. We barely post what we do, how we dress, where we going and shit like that. And outside of the Instagram, we doing good. Yeah. Like, I mean, better than what we really post and shit like that. Yeah. But, yeah,
I mean, it's not even that, man. Listen, we can all do better. That's just the reality, right? But look, don't compare yourself to nobody else. Yeah. I literally mean that. Right. That's just how it is. Because if I compare myself to everybody else, I'll always think I'm a failure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be nowhere I'm at. Always be down in the dumps, man. Fuck everybody else. Everybody got their own shit. Just because they look great on Instagram don't mean their fucking wife ain't mad that they got a little dick. It just happens.
Real shit.
Everybody got issues. Everybody trying to hear. Everybody got issues. You might be popping with your little YouTube channels and doing this and doing that. But I'm pretty sure your wife wish you had a couple extra inches. I'm pretty sure your son look at you like a dork. I'm pretty sure there's things that are going on behind the closed doors that we don't know about. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't be tired of these motherfuckers acting like they got it like that. It really don't. It's just how it go in life.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It just takes one little hiccup for it to be blown up. That's why you see these people that be popping, and then like when shit get bad, actually, they're all exposing each other online. That's just
like
how
that one joint when they said you get an argument with your boyfriend, you find out all the dirt. Talking about he be in the crib twerking.
What?
It was this one post. He was like, this girl got mad at her boyfriend. She started emptying his dirty laundry. Talking about this nigga be in the house twerking. He be in there watching.
Well, he's gay. First of all, why you twerking in front of your girl?
Yeah, I don't know where motherfuckers get the whole idea with acting crazy anyway.
If you gay, be gay. Show you gay. Just be fucking gay. Right. Why you hiding it? You're homosexual. Man, you shouldn't be twerking in front of your goddamn. What are you doing twerking in front of your girl? What type of shit you on? You're a grown ass man. Take your stupid ass upstairs and go do some push ups. What are you doing?
Oh man.
No, I ain't got time for that, man. Listen, at the end of the day, man, everybody. That's why I say don't compare yourself to nobody. Fuck what you got going. You came from. That's why I look at you. I be. You know, it's funny. Like we got a lot of people that act tough and do this. I got even a dumbass old friends that want to go to the hood. You know that. You know, act like they from the hood. Oh, just because you still there. Your stupid ass went to the hood to live there, and you're stuck there. Now you fucking act like you. Shut your dumb ass up. You literally were living 2 doors down from me.
Well, you could have had a crazy ass lifestyle right now.
So, okay, you over there living with cockroaches. Good job. You made a great decision, you fucking moron.
Fucked up, man.
You're a fucking moron. Half the motherfuckers only got licenses. So, like, don't compare yourself to nobody, man. Yeah. That's why I be wondering, like, when I talk to you, I find it interesting because we're from the same family. And we seen some same shit. Obviously, you live in the hood. I did. Mm-hmm. So it's just probably wanted to get your take on like, because you see all this shit happening online. People acting tough. People shooting each other. Like, how you feel about the differences between the street motherfuckers and the suburb people? Because at the end of the day, I be just wondering that kind of shit. Like, what do y'all think about the suburb people who be acting the fuck up? And be on Instagram, next thing you know, they get fucking slapped and they be surprised. Like, how the fuck does that work? That's like, you see people like Drake act tough. Man, motherfucker, you Canadian bastard. You ain't do nothing. Yeah. Fucking Degrassi in a wheelchair with no hairline. Fuck is you talking about? You ain't tough. You might be cool and get girls, but that's it. That's where it stop.
See, I don't.
So I be wondering, like, how these shit be. Yeah. When did this shit become cool? But I mean, I guess everybody want to be tough nowadays, and it's unfortunate. But it's only in the minority community. So us Puerto Ricans and Latinos and black people, we all love to do that tough shit when we don't have to, because we feel like we
nowadays though, it got a lot to do with this music shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's a minority community mainly. It's mainly that side of it. You know, the white boys try to act like it sometimes, but it's mainly the minorities that try to show like they're tough and all that. When they shouldn't even be do that no more. That shit is over.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. When I come across somebody that's in the city and I know they's not like that, I tell them, I'm like, bro, you calm down. This ain't the type place you should be acting crazy. Like, you know, you really not like that. Yeah. Like, I warn them. That's all I do.
Yeah, I mean, unless you can warn whoever you want to warn. People are fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? Like, we've been through a lot of shit, right? We've had falling outs. We've been with other friends that we fell out with. We've been through a lot of shit. You know what it reminds me of? Remember that Quavo shit just happened? Did you see it? Where like they had a scuffle, not a scuffle, but an argument, him and the other boy, Offset.
No,
not that shit. I'm talking about the other day at the Grammys. You know, you saw.
And backstage.
Offset and Quavo go at it. Yeah. Because they didn't want Offset a part of the tribute. You know why, right?
Because he been on some sucker shit.
Well, because he before Takeoff died, they weren't fucking with him anyway. So now that Takeoff died, he wanted to be that's my brother shit. Yeah. So it's like, how do you feel about falling off with somebody and then something happening to that person? How you take that kind of shit? Let's say you fell off with somebody, right? A year. Let's say just 6 months ago you fell off with somebody. You said that motherfucker dead to you. That motherfucker died tomorrow. How you feeling?
All right, that's a good example. All right. See, me, like, say, like, if I fall out with somebody that I was cool with, like you just said, if I don't fuck with that person no more, it's just gonna be like I'm not fucking with him on on a street level or a homie level, whatever the case that is. But I don't wish bad on them. I don't wish for the person to die. I mean, eventually, later on down the line, if we cross paths, it's gonna be cool again. Cause I don't never hold that much of a grudge against somebody, whereas though we can't talk or we can't be cordial or whatever. But I would never want like
but
somebody.
You going to their funeral, or you gonna act like y'all was cool? What's the situation?
If that was somebody that I was cool with, once upon a time. Yeah, I'm going to their funeral.
For what? You said it was dead to you. Set your ass home.
Because, like I said, I don't wish death on nobody.
You don't gotta wish death on him. It ain't got nothing to do with me if you die.
It depends. All right, it depends again with the situation where, like,
it don't
if the
matter.
nigga.
The situation is y'all dead to each other. You don't talk. That's it.
It do matter the situation.
Why?
Because if the nigga shot my homie.
Oh my God, he took it to a shot. I'm talking about once you look at somebody and say, you know what, you cross the line. I don't want to be friends with you ever again. We're done. That's it. We had our chance. We're done. I don't fuck with you no more. That's it. You're no longer in my life. And then 6 months later, you heard that person passes. You gonna run back to the funeral, act like buddies?
If I ain't talk to him, it's nah, fuck no. I mean, no, I wouldn't.
You just say you would. Which is it?
All right. If we haven't been talking, all right. I don't know. It's hard to explain that shit.
Be a fucking man. What you gonna do?
Cause I can't really pinpoint
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Because
I ain't talking to you. You're fucking dead. All right, you got hit by a bus. Shit happens. Should have dodged that motherfucker.
Look, a lot of it the outcome gotta be about the situation.
It don't.
Because
if it was like some petty shit, you stepped on my toe, we just argue, we ain't talk. That's different. But if it's on some shit where like, all right, we actually had an issue, and the issue is you were disloyal. I don't fuck with you. Yeah. That's just what it's gonna be. I don't fuck with you. If something happens to you, life happens. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move the fuck on.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna.
But
see
if it's on some shit where like we argue about, oh, you stole my apple, that's different. Obviously, if it's some petty shit, you guys were just being stupid. That's different. But if it's on some real like disloyal shit, which they insinuating like that kind of situation was, which I got a couple people like that in my life, where like I felt like real disloyal shit happened. I ain't fuck with you. You get hit by a bus tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Right. I don't expect you to be at my motherfucking funeral. So it'll go both ways. So like as much as I ain't gonna be at yours, I don't give a fuck what your mom say. None of that. Cause I ain't. Oh, that happened.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh. Fuck with me do. I ain't talked to the motherfucker before that anyway. He wasn't shit. Like I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying. Though.
So it's like my thing is if you go. So that brings you to the point where like if you gonna fall out with somebody, make sure it's about some real shit. And don't fall out with somebody with some dumb shit and be that sucker motherfucker. I'll be like, shut your stupid ass up. You had a chance when they was alive. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if it wasn't that serious, it shouldn't have been that in the first place. Exactly. One of y'all dumb motherfuckers should have talked to each other and piece it up. Because if it is that serious, I'm going to stand on what I fucking said. I'm going to stand on the situation. And I'm going to be like, yeah, no, I'm good. And that's how it's just going to be. Because
like, it was a situation like that with the young boy and shit. You know him. But it was a situation where it came out that something that he wasn't right or whatever on paperwork.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it wasn't confirmed. I mean, it was just hearsay.
Well, that's y'all goddamn fault. How you gonna confirm some shit like that?
And it's mainly like I get mad at myself for even considering what the situation was and taking heed to it and all that. And because of that, I ain't reach out to the person and shit. And then he wound up getting killed. And I did go to his joint because I felt bad because it wasn't like we wasn't on bad terms. We wasn't on nothing. It's just that I fell back because of the shit I heard instead of finding out.
Yeah, what you heard was wrong and that motherfucker died.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's different. If you was wrong about, first of all, you will never accuse somebody of something without knowing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't accuse him. I just fell back until.
Or you'll never go along with something until you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how it go. Unless it's like, when it comes to street shit, I mean. Yeah. When it comes to street shit, you can't just, somebody's, oh, he did this. Show me he did it.
Right.
Show me he did it, because I'm really close with him, so show me, I want to know. If you ain't that close with him, then it don't fucking matter. But if you close with the motherfucker, you should never fall out with somebody unless you really understand, the situation.
Right.
And most of my falling outs, I know the motherfucking situation, so I'm good. Like, I ain't worried. I learned a lot in life. You ain't enough time for that stressing. You guys gotta move on. You gotta move on. You gotta do better.
That's my thing. I don't be trying to even dwell on negativity or anything really that's gonna like take me off of focus.
Man, I'm worried about paying my fucking mortgage and paying my motherfucking gas money. I ain't worried about some shit that happened 6 months ago, a year ago, somebody I didn't even like. I just can't. It's just too much. It's too much to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I ain't doing that.
And we already at this point where it's like, if you're not doing nothing with your life, why is we chilling? Like, why is we together? I mean, especially if you ain't bringing nothing positive to the table. I'm tired of being around people that fake. I don't like being around nobody that's, we cool 1 minute, next minute y'all talking about me to somebody else or something. Like, it's that shit over, man. It's time to like build.
Man, don't fall out with somebody unless you really mean it. That's the moral of the story.
Right.
You get a lot of fake people that fall out with you, and they act like they regret it later. Don't fall out with somebody unless you mean it.
That's why it's always good to be by yourself.
You know, that's why you don't make decisions when you're emotional. That's why you don't do these kind of things. Because the reality is you're going to make a decision, you're going to regret it later. So I fall out with people if I mean it. If I fall out with you and I don't speak to you again, it's because I mean it.
Because it's something important,
Yeah. If I speak to you again, obviously I don't think it was that serious. You know what I'm saying? We even fell out before.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that serious, so that's why we spoke. But, like, if I really don't fuck with you, I'll make it clear. Like, you know I don't fuck with like a couple.
I already know because of other situations.
Yeah, it's just how it go. Like, you shouldn't risk your emotions on something so petty.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. If you're a logical fucking man, and you look at your life and be like, you know what, why are you being petty? Men ain't supposed to do that. Men are supposed to stand on what they say. Men are supposed to do the things they're supposed to do. And if you are a man that just make rash decisions, act like a fucking bitch, and then you act like you regret it later, you's a bitch, bro.
Right.
You's a bitch. You shouldn't have even did that shit in the first place. If you know what I'm saying? Or you should have said sorry in the first place if you ain't. Fuck you doing at somebody's funeral acting like you did. Fuck you worried about somebody's situation now. You's a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Stand on what you fucking said. Stand on what you did. Stand on your actions. You know what I'm saying? Whether you meant to do it or not, it happened. So stand on that shit. That's just how I made mistakes. I'm sure people feel some kind of way towards me about certain situations. It is what it is. I ain't begging for forgiveness.
Yeah,
I made my mistake. It happened. You don't forgive me, that's cool. I'm moving.
Right.
That's just how we got to go. And I think a lot of us just think otherwise. I mean, when something happens, man, shut your stupid ass the fuck up.
And start stressing about shit that happened 4 or 5 years ago and still talking about
dumb ass stuff.
Right, bro.
I be tired of seeing people who post RIP all the time too. I
stopped.
You were tiring me out.
No, I know. I stopped.
You motherfuckers are depressing. It's watching your fucking hood motherfucker.
Bro, when you lose a lot of motherfuckers, that shit come to your mind late nights and you be like,
okay,
all right.
It will have to write it down on a fucking diary. And nobody want to see that shit. You depressing as shit. It gets to a point where like, God damn, I want to smile when I turn on the fucking social media. I'm over here looking
I started being a lot positive more on Instagram. Like, I don't really post no bullshit unless it's like got something to do with sticking to your goals or staying focused or whatever the case is. I try to be more positive.
Yeah, man, that shit eats you up. I don't get how y'all do all that RIP shit, whatever y'all be doing, and don't be sad every day. How the fuck you not crying every day?
But that's the thing. Like, when I post it, I'm really thinking about the person.
Yeah, so you sad all day.
Who the fuck got time for that? It's like it just comes to you.
Man, we all lose people.
It's not about like we could be chilling right now out of the day. I zone out real quick, think about my man, and then I just go on the gram, post that joint, then rest in peace. And me thinking about you.
But why we can't stop at the thinking about it part? He ain't gonna see your goddamn post.
He not, but you know, it's still on my mind. That's like a diary.
I'm gonna get you a diary. I'm gonna get you the one with the little lock on in there.
All right.
I'm gonna get you one, bro. I got you. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be a little joint. Make sure you keep the key.
I got you.
Don't lose the fucking key and call me. But like I lost the key. Then I gotta get the lock kit.
I don't like them lock joints. I'm gonna break that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you a nice little diary. Anytime you feel some kind of way, jot that shit down.
It's funny though because I got a notepad right now in my joint that's filled with a lot of thoughts.
There you go. Let's keep it there. We don't want to see y'all crying on Instagram. Imagine the motherfuckers, especially the motherfuckers that be crying on that shit.
Dude, that shit be funny like, though, bro.
Today I was thinking about my auntie. Auntie died with fries in the hair. I had fries, so I started thinking about my auntie. Shut your stupid ass up, eat them goddamn fries. Nobody care about your damn auntie.
So you recorded yourself crying, then you played it back to watch it and see how
you edited this shit. People were crying on motherfuckers. You stupid ass editing, you crying. Hold on.
Right. That's one thing I would never do, bro, ever.
Man,
ever.
Only time I came close to that, I ain't even gonna talk about it. But I was
talk about it. We
ain't gonna talk about it.
All right, we ain't talk about it.
Only I do want to ask you though. How you feel about the Jersey girls versus Philly girls?
I'm not fun.
Who you like better, Jersey girls or Philly girls? What do you mean you're not following? Just right. The fucking question.
Jersey all day. You know,
hey,
Philly bitches Philly? Like picking through trash.
Oh my goodness! You just said Philly girls are like picking through trash.
Bro, it's like picking through trash. You might find some good shit, but 9 times out of 10, that shit trash. Bro, real rap. It's hard as shit to find somebody.
I had a few good Philly Joe.
And then what happened?
I kept moving. what else did exactly.
It do? No, but I ain't gonna. All right, I ain't gonna knock all.
Nah,
Philly
but I think
females.
you're right. I'm talking shit, but I think you're right. Nah, I'm gonna say like 80% of them ain't shit.
80%, bro. Philly good 80%. Yeah. It's like, and then if you find that one person,
why they ain't shit though? What's the situation?
Their environment. They want to be what they see. They used to. They not guys, so they can't be out on the corner trapping, but some do. So they go to the bottle girl shit.
So why you like Jersey girls then?
Cause they more, even though I feel like they probably more freaky and all the other shit.
But freaky, goddamn.
Yeah, cause it's like Jersey girls remind me of church girls. You don't see them, but when you do, what the fuck, motherfucker, they freaked out.
You burnt out. What you mean you don't see them, but they do,
bro? I walk outside right now, anywhere during the day, you probably won't find nobody. You go to the mall or something, and you see somebody or a store, and you see a female, and if you could get her, bro, she 9 times out of 10, she a freak.
Jersey girls are a good time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But Philly girls, they everywhere. They scattered. Their mind is everywhere. They want to be with their friends. They want to be seen. They want to be in the clubs. They want to be into too much. And the females that ain't into too much, they in the house. You ain't going to find them.
So Philly girls for the streets.
A lot of Philly girls for the streets. I ain't going to say all of them, but a lot of them is.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think you hate. You hate your own people. That's your people.
I don't hate them.
I feel like you hate them.
I just don't agree with a lot of shit they do.
So you don't like them.
I don't like
So how you been with Philly girls lately, man?